Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Sure, I'd rather have your feet on land, on the ground, than up there on the sky. But you sometimes think it's worth, in some instances, it might be worth trying something, whatever it is, because maybe we go through life thinking, oh, I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah. And then we don't try it, and we will never know if it's something, whether it's flying in an airplane or going on a cruise ship or anything else. Yeah. Do you ever think some of these things you would want to try?
I mean, we are creatures of habit, aren't we? Where, we do one thing and we just continuously do that thing over a period of time because we feel comfortable doing it. And I think I'm a very good case study for that.
I think you are, actually.
I'm a very good case. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. I think sometimes we find out we might like something more than we thought we would. But anyway, that's what some people do. They decide to spend their remaining years on a cruise ship. And, of course, there's pros and cons to that, if you think about it. Let's think about one or two of the pros. Well, I guess a lot of, in modern society, a lot of the tasks we have in our homes are done by the cruise ship company. For example, they do the cooking. They have always good food to eat pretty much 24/7. So they cook, so you wouldn't have to do that. They do the cleaning. You get your cabin made up, etc. So you don't have to worry about that. They do your laundry and so many things like that. So that's quite an attractive thing if a couple are in their retirement years and they get a bit fed up with doing the same thing with their feet on land, as you say, I can understand that that's a positive for them. And then maybe social activities. Cruise ships, they do have a lot of social vibrancy, I think you could say. Yeah. Not least, they have a theatre on the ship, and the quality it's well known nowadays, the quality of shows, of performances, of musicals on cruise ships is actually the same or better than that's in the West End of London or on Broadway in New York. I mean, it really is very high standard. There's actually a number of restaurant types in New York, and I suspect elsewhere in America, called Ellen's Diner. And they have a long line of people waiting to join them as waiters and waitresses. And these people are aspiring actors, actresses, dancers, singers. And the one thing they all want to get to in the next step after joining one of these diners is to go on a cruise ship for a couple of years, because they know it's great training. It's great training for their performing side. But it's a long wait sometimes to get into these diners. I actually was fortunate last year to go to one of these Ellen's diners. And it's quite, we waited to get in for an hour or so because it's, again, very popular and you can't really book there. So you get in, and we actually went on to sort of the first floor, like a mezzanine floor at a table. And we had a good view down on the floor below us, the ground floor. And there's waiters and waitresses. And then suddenly one of them would sort of jump onto part of a table and start singing. There'd be background tracks. And they would be fantastic. I mean, you could see why they do it, that they would be in a show, a musical. They were brilliant. And then they stopped, they finished their song, everybody gave rapturous applause. And then they just pick up some more meals and pass them around, take them out to the diners. And sometimes they stopped near us and started singing. And it really was quite something. It really was good. And it's something that they love to do. But one or two we spoke to, I said, well, what do you hope to get out of this? And he said, well, we'll be here for about a year, and then we want to go on a cruise line, because it's recognised as a real good step up for what they're trying to do. So cruises have a very good social side as well. And of course, for somebody, particularly a widow or widower late in life, who feels lonely, not even safe perhaps on their own, going on a cruise, you could understand that, because they meet people at meals, at dinner. They interact with the crew. I actually looked up a particular lady after I saw your post,
Yeah.
and she apparently has been on a cruise ship for 11 years. It's an American, I forget the cruise line, but she's been there 11 years, and she's outstayed all of these 655 crew. They all come and go, of course, over time. And she's a real source, apparently, of information to many of the crew, the captain as well, I expect, about where things are, what happens, because she is an expert, having lived on that ship for about 11 years so far, since her husband died. And I think she said it costs her, now this sounds a bit mind-blowing, she sold a property in Florida when he died with a lot of land, but it costs her $164,000 a year, which is a pretty huge sum of money. But then again, she said if she was...
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.